Ottumwa Police Chief Tom McAndrew will be the first to tell you that there's a drug problem in the city, but he'll immediately follow that up by putting it in perspective.
We have a drug problem here in Ottumwa, but it's the same as, it's no more than any other city across the Midwest. Yes, we did have we did lead in the drug problem back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s with the methamphetamine. Just all the chiefs that I meet with across the state, they all talk about the meth problem. So yeah, there's no big problem here in Ottumwa that's any bigger than any other city across the country. We're just average.
Despite the fact that the days of Ottumwa having the greatest problem with meth is more than 20 years in the past, McAndrew says there's always those who just want to be the bearers of bad news.
You have those that like to complain, especially on the internet. They can get on the keyboard and they can complain and run down the city, and you can post it out there where people have to read it.
Nationally, there's been a great deal of news about the opioid crisis, but McAndrew says that it's not seen very often locally.
We just don't see that in Ottumwa. Hopefully we won't. Hopefully the legislatures will provide funding to fight the opioid problem and not forget about the meth problem, which is really our issue.
The Southeast Iowa Interagency Drug Task Force has done a great deal of good in keeping the drug problem somewhat in check, but its future is in doubt.
The task force, more than likely, as we are right now, will probably shut down. We're losing federal funding. We've been running off of forfeitures and restitutions for several years, and that's just going to run out, and then we'll be out of business. It's going to be a big decision for our city council, for the board of supervisors, to decide what we want to do when the funding runs out.
The number of police officers in the city will increase to 42. However, it may take more than a year to completely fill those new positions and have those officers on the street.